Pokémon. Who doesn't love them? After all, there's something for everyone. We have cool ones, cute ones, and, well, because of the variety, people have taken it upon themselves to make their own. And you saw the title, so you probably know what's going on. You can call me Little Yoga Man. And this is where I create a Pokemon region based on Germany. But without further ado, let's hop into the grass starter. Most of the starters have a theme that have stayed fairly persistent over the generations. For example, the grass starters have always been based on extinct animals. So mine is based on an animal called the Pyrenean ibex, an animal that went extinct in the year 2000 when a tree landed on the last of its species, already fitting for a grass starter. So here is Cotton. It's also based on a sheep explaining the cotton on it. Not a whole lot else to say, so let's evolve it. So here's Flowick, evolving from Cotton at level 16. If you look at its dex entry, you can see that it's a pampered child, with the patterns resembling fantasy clothes. Well, why is that? Why, it's a sacrificial lamb, of course. For all, sacrifices are usually done with the purest lamb, best of the bunch. So innocent, so unaware, that's why half of its name is Frolic, with the other half coming from flower. So naturally, when it evolves, it's dead. Here is Tufix, a grass ghost type. Its name comes from Teufel, German for devil, ibex, and hex. Now I believe it's time to reveal why I really used the Pyrenean ibex. See, yes, it did go extinct, not once, but twice. See, scientists apparently managed to clone it, if only for a little while for it to die shortly after. That's why its shiny looks like it's radioactive. Now, you may be wondering, how is this German? Well, in World War II, German scientists apparently tried to bring a certain man, who I am not willing to say, back to life. Thankfully, they failed. But that's enough about the funny deer. Now, let's go on to the fire starter. Just like the grass starters, the fire starters also have a theme, this time being shiny zodiac symbols. So here's Mouseblode, coming from the German spelling of mouse and explode, looking like a cartoon bomb. In the eye pattern, we can get to that later. Now let's evolve it into Accelerat, coming from accelerate, but now remove one letter and it has rat now. It may be obvious what the main inspiration for this line is now. Cars. Germany likes cars. So many famous car brands come from Germany. That explains the eye patterns on Mouseblode resembling a windshield and the spot on its side looking like a window. This trend follows with Accelerat, with it also having eye protection, as well as the spots on its legs resembling tires, and the stripes resembling racing stripes. And the car idea evolves with the stages, becoming faster and faster cars. Mouseblode even resembles the rusty old Volkswagen Beetle. That being said, Accelerat evolves into Vermibon, a fire-electric type. This name comes from vermin, vermilion, and Autobahn. Now, for those uninformed, the Autobahn is a freeway in Germany without a speed limit, and people regularly go 120 miles per hour or higher. This also lines up with Mouseblode's bomb inspiration, as it was originally used to transport supplies and weaponry across Germany in World War II. As for the fire-electric type, well, aside from being fast, fire and lightning are very common sports car patterns. Oh, and the bomb shape that made up Mouseblode's body and Accelerat's neck thing, it blew up. But the fire also looks like a speeding object enters Earth's atmosphere. The backfire even looks like boosters. Now, last but not least, the water starter. Thankfully, it's not as deep as the other ones. So here's Kublau, coming from Cub and Blau, German for blue. I mean, bears can swim, and they eat fish, so they're fishermen, I guess. Well, it's cute. Let's evolve it and make it less cute. This is Netursa. Its name comes from Net, Ursa, Latin for bear, and Neptune, the Roman god of the sea. It's a bigger bear. The pads on Kublau's arms open with centrifugal force, making a net when it swipes for fish, similar to how fishermen toss their nets into the blue ocean. Its shiny resembles a sun bear, so that's cool. But when it evolves, it becomes a sailor, using chains and blades like fishhooks as weapons. But in the end, it cares about what matters most, its family. Yeah, this is Grizzling, from Grizzly Bear, Rain in Slain. Like Netursa, it uses what it's been given to catch fish. It's basically the big strong guy is actually a big softy trope. Not explicitly German, but I mean, they have bears. Wow, that was a lot. Did you like it? Maybe subscribe so you know when the next video comes out when I make Route 1 Pokemon. But for now, remember to stay curious and stay safe.